With Black Friday and Cyber Monday right around the corner and the holiday season fully intact, we got to go over what are the best electric shavers on the market today that you can get for yourself or for someone you love. So let's get straight into it, guys. And of course, I'll have all these products and all the shavers linked below. So if you want to get yours for yourself, you can go ahead and do so. Now, let's start with left to right and work our way through these all. So one of the really good choice for a foil shaver is the Panasonic Arc 5. Also, additionally, the Arc 6, but the Arc 6 is a little bit more expensive. I don't have the Arc 6 here to show, but I do have the Arc 5. Now, what is great about this is it does have 5 foil blades and then one in the middle that's a little bit different that helps with the trimming, but a very solid razor. Does have the pop-up trimmer in the back. I'm really not a big fan of the Panasonic pop-up trimmer, but that being said, it is still a really good electric shaver that's a very nice price point, in my personal opinion. It does have the fully adjustable head, which is super nice. It looks very clean, very aesthetically pleasing. I got the one that's more like a bluish, it's like a bluish gray tint. I don't know. They come in a bunch of different colors, so just shop for the one you like. There's multiple options for the colors. Now, just talking about this, it does have a very straightforward interface. Just says the battery life is at 20. It goes 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. I wish it'd be a little bit more, direct and pinpointed, saying like there's, I don't know, like 5%, 4%, because right now I'm worried that 20% is my razor going to shut off. I don't know. I don't like that it's not telling me all the intel that I need to know. So that's a little bit of a con for the Panasonic Arc 5. Now, but the other hand, the shave on the shaver is really nice. It is really good. It also does a fantastic job on, stubble that is more than a day, maybe 2 days, 3 days. Now, typically, you are going to want a foil shaver if you are a daily shaver. But if you do have weird hairs that grow in every other direction, that's where you're going to want to go over to the Phillips. We'll get to that, guys. So that is the first on the list. This is a really, really solid shaver. So if you're getting this for yourself or for someone, they're going to be extremely happy with this electric shaver. Now, I would say this is probably the best foil shaver on the market right now out of the mainstream shavers. This is the Braun Series 9 Pro Plus. I've talked about this razor a ton in the past, and rightfully so. This thing is great. Now, you can see here, it is very powerful. I can even feel a little bit more power than the Panasonic, in my personal opinion. Oh, yeah, it's a good one, guys. Now, what I love about this razor is it just feels right in your hand. The ergonomics, everything about it. It does have another pop-up trimmer. I'm not a huge fan of this pop-up trimmer either, guys. I'm not a big fan of these pop-up trimmers that are on these ones. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. But electric shavers, they don't need to have really good pop-up shavers, because if you are really taking trimming and shaving to seriously, then you have your own trimmer, like a one blade or something like that, but that's for a different story. But yeah, so don't worry about the trimmer. It's not the biggest, part of these electric shavers. Now, this does have 4 foil heads right here. You got 2 big foils on the outside, and then these are more for like the longer hairs to catch in the middle. So you do have these 2 in the middle. So it is a 4-blade system compared to the 5, but I think it makes up for it in the way it's created and everything like that. Also, it does have the flexible head as well, moves back and forth, but it does have a little button right here. If you hit this down, now it becomes more sturdy. You can actually click it to adjust it to a perfect angle, but it's not going to move freely when you're doing it as it does now when I flip it back open. Now, this here is going to show you bars for the battery life. I think this is the weakest part of the Braun Series 9 Pro Plus on the list, because I do not like that it shows bars. It's even worse than having the percentage number. I don't know. It's this one's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. This is 4 bars. I don't like that. That's just my personal opinion. But maybe that doesn't bother you at all. Some people really like to know exactly how much time they have left to shave. and others do not. But this is, you know, that's a little pet peeve for me. But otherwise, this is a really solid electric shaver, probably the best foil razor or shaver on my list for sure. Now, this is the Philips Norelco i9000 Prestige Ultra. This is the newest of the razors, shavers that, you know, have been released. And personally, this is my favorite electric shaver right now because there are days that I do 3 or 4 days without shaving, and so a rotary is going to be best for those that take time in between their shaves. Also, I get some crazy hairs that grow in some different directions on my neck, so for rotary shavers, this is where it excels. Hairs that don't grow in a normal pattern, you're going to want a rotary. Also, if you're not shaving every day, rotary. So that's just kind of helping you break down what the best shaver is for you and your skin type and, you know, your hair type. So you kind of got to look into that. I have another video that goes over foil versus rotary, so you guys can check that out. I'll have that probably listed somewhere up here or, you know, somewhere in the comments, something like that. But overall, this is my favorite electric shaver right now, and because it gives me so much data. Not only does it have the bar system telling me how much is left, it also gives me the exact number. On top of that, guys, you guys have, it tells you you can use the light guidance, you can travel lock, you can use it. It has a QR code for you to use the app. You can select your language. Yeah, there's so many things right here in the little, you know, tool dashboard. And then on top of that, when you turn this on to turn this, you know, you start using this, you have the intense mode, you have the foam mode, you have sensitive mode, you have regular mode, and then you can do a custom one with the app as well. So you can have like 5 or 6 different modes. It's kind of crazy. For the most part, when I haven't shaved for a few days, I'm going to use the intense mode. But if I'm, you know, maybe on a 1-day shave, but I still want to use this, I'll use the sensitive. So it's a little bit nicer on my skin. But it works really well. And the foam one, of course, you're going to want to use that when you're wet shaving. It just helps. It's just so like phenomenal. The shave, the close shave that this gives you, it actually does like a lift and pull system. So you can actually get closer. Like it's almost like a point. I think it's like a negative 0.008 or something like that. It's crazy. The technology in the Philips Norelco rotary shavers are phenomenal. They also have the NanoGlide technology, which I think is really important to kind of consider when getting a rotary razor, because if you are getting a rotary razor, they're typically not very skin friendly unless you are getting a Philips that does have the NanoGlide, and that's going to be the 7000 series or above. But this is the best NanoGlide that there is. It kind of gets better with each system. But overall, really good shave, guys. And it's a lot quieter than your typical foil shaver. So that is also a big plus in my personal opinion. But you know, it really just depends what is right for you guys. Because honestly, you might be like, oh man, I need to get the Philips Norelco i9000 Prestige Ultra. But if you shave every single day and you have really straight pattern hair, you could save some and probably do a better job with one of these two razors rather than that. But if you don't like the idea of going with a Panasonic or a Braun series, you want something a little bit out of the norm, then I will tell you kind of my honorary mention. This is the Manscaped Chairman Pro. I actually just recently got this thing and I am loving this, okay? It does have the 4-blade system, but I'm going to show you something. Look at how big the blades are compared to this Braun series. It has like an extra half blade compared to that, but it has 4. So these are much bigger. So they cover a lot of area and they do a very good job. They both have the 2 trimmers on the inside and then the regular foils on the outside. But there are some cool things about it. The interface does show you the 90, this one says 93%. There is a lot of cool things to mention about this. It has a little flashlight in the back, so you can turn this off and on. So especially if you're like shaving in the mirror in the dark, or if you don't have a lot of light, you can kind of illuminate and see where your hair is still, which I really like. Overall, this is a really fantastic shaver. I was actually pleasantly surprised at how good of a shade it gave me. It also does come with another attachment head that is more built for trimmer. But overall, very satisfied with what Manscaped is doing. They're kind of just hitting all the parts that men need for shaving. Down there and up here now, they have you know, smaller handheld razors. They have bald head shavers now. They have everything that you could imagine, and I'm really loving it. It also does have the flexible head, which is really good for the ergonomics around your face. Yeah, really, really pleased with this, guys. this is a really good honorable. I don't even know if where I'd put this on the list. Could be here, it could be right before there or right after Panasonic. To be honest, it's so close. But these are going to be the top 4 razors that I personally have reviewed and had time to actually spend time with, test them out thoroughly. But you know, keep in mind, guys, there is a difference between full and rotary, and you want to find out what's right for you. Like I said, there's a video there, so check that out. But overall, these are going to be the 4 best Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals. Wait, you know, the deals are starting to roll out now, so you can pick these up at any time. They're not going to get like even more increasingly, you know, cheap or something. But keep in mind that these do kind of sell out at these low prices during the holiday season. So, you know, just be a little prepared for that. You don't want to run into that, especially with the Philips Renova 9000 just being a newer model. This one is going to go fast, guys. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I really do hope this helps you on your holiday shopping and overall just finding the best electric shaver for yourself or your loved ones. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a wonderful day, and as always, take care.